Oh my goodness, that actually KO'd. Which is probably worse for me that it KO'd. Lycanroc round 2. What is up, everyone? James Baek here, and today we're going to be doing some more stadium ladder games with Lycanroc, and it's a very fun Pokemon. If you haven't checked out the previous episode, highly recommend you do so. But for those of you who have, you might know that Lycanroc just put in a ton of work, and hopefully it can do the same, but maybe some of its teammates will get to shine, such as our Rotom as well as our Alolan Marowak, but we will see how it goes. But if you do want to try out the team, make sure you grab it 2 weeks to grab the team while you can. Otherwise, there is a payment down below in the description if you did miss that opportunity. Leave a comment down below, and of course, as always, leave a like down below. It really does help me out. But let's get started and play some games. All right, Skizzo, interesting team Gengar, which I really hope we get to see. I kind of doubt we will, but I mean, I love Gengar. I wonder what kind of set it is in this kind of format. Gengar, Zapdos, the Azumarill, Porygon 2, Landisfarne, and Urshifu. So I'm pretty interested on what kind of team this is. What I really like here, though, is my Milotic plus Lycanroc lead. It actually does fantastic here. And yeah, I just don't really see a reason not to have that combination. It does really well. It scares off Landers, and the Lycanroc does so well against my opponent's team in general. Back is Celesteela and Tyranitar, I think. I would want Tyranitar for... Rotom Cut's not bad either because it helps against the Azu, which is also a pretty scary Pokemon. It's also a nice Pokemon for Landers as well. I don't really need Marowak, I feel like. I mean, Marowak's not terrible either. I mean, it helps against the Zapdos. I think Zapdos is Brock, but I'm not sure. I mean, I have Lycanroc and I'll have Tyranitar, which are pretty decent against Zapdos overall, especially in the sand with the Spadef boost. I don't think I need Marowak. It really doesn't. It's more of a liability here too, because it's only really good against the Zapdos. And Hurricane Confusion is still a thing, and Airstream's going to do a lot. So yeah, I wouldn't really want to say I want to bring Marowak. I don't think Zapdos is like too hard of a Pokemon to deal with. That's like worth bringing. Zapdos Porygon 2. Okay. I wonder if Flip Turn would knock out the Porygon. Actually, I wonder if Close Combat would just knock out Porygon at +2. I feel like it might. The thing is, I'm not sure. Rockfall does more. It's 130 times 1.5. No, Close Combat definitely does more. I think I had Close Combat though. Porygon's just an annoying Pokemon to play against, I feel like. If I had Marowak, this is actually the perfect spot for Marowak. Are you kidding me? I'll Close Combat to Porygon. I want to see if I can knock it out with a Close Combat. No Dynamax interesting here. Okay. I wonder if you Thunderbolt or not. I'm very curious if you Thunderbolt or not. All right, Dynamax the Lycanroc here. Or not Dynamax the Lycanroc. I just regular Flip Turn. Into Tyranitar. I lose my Sash. A little bit unfortunate, but I think it's fine. Because I'd rather take a Thunderbolt with Tyranitar than take the damage on Selly, which is important for the Landers as a switch-in. So let's see here. Close Combat +2 into Porygon. Yikes, not nearly as much damage as I would have liked. Unfortunate. We're gonna see Thunderbolt into Lycanroc? No, it's into the Milo slot. Okay. Life Orb on the Zapdos, and we see double Thunderbolt. Wow. Crit. All right, I mean, that's fine. I don't really mind that too much. I think I'll just go for Rock Slide this turn. I don't really see a problem with that. I think I'm gonna double into Milo though, for sure. I try to catch Landers on the switch for Porygon potentially, and I just Rock Slide. I don't know about double Thunderbolt. I guess they're like, okay, if we KO to Milo, I'm guaranteed to win with Lando, because Lando would be in such a good position afterward. I mean, they would still have to deal with Celesteela, but yeah, I mean, I'm in a good position now. I just double back into Milo on a potential Landers, or like if they don't switch, like I just get to Ice Beam the Landers the following turn. I'm completely fine with that. So assuming we hit the Rock Slide at least. Can we hit the Rock Slide into Porygon? Yeah, we do. Okay. All right. So if I knew that Close Combat did knock out Porygon, I guess Porygon's just bulky. I didn't expect Close Combat to knock out, but I was hoping it would be in the red. That was probably max defense Porygon, but still. All right, in a pretty good position now. Landers is probably going to have to be coming out here. because I don't think they have a really big punish here. Or they go Azumarill. Okay. Aqua Jet? Ooh, don't have a play for it. I think I Ice Beam the Zapdos in Rock Slide. I could Flip Turn theoretically though. No. Did we see Pressure or Static? Wait, can we find out? We can find out, right? Because we clicked Rock Slide. Okay, it's Static. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't want to Flip Turn because if I get paralyzed, that's even worse. I'd rather go for Rock Slide here. If it's Aqua Jet, yeah, I have to take it. There's a Dynamax coming out. Is this Zapdos? If it's Ozzy, I'm completely okay with that. It actually works out in my favor, but no Aqua Jet? Yeah, it is Zapdos. Okay. Makes sense. This should be Aqua Jet then, an attack from Zapdos. Not a very favorable turn, unfortunately, but not much I could really do here. It is Aqua Jet. Yep. It should KO because I did take a defense drop earlier. Okay, yeah. So Lycanroc goes down. That's fine. Ice Beam freezes. That's the best case scenario. Okay. Okay, that's not terrible. Lightning gonna come out of Milo. That's okay. I think I Airstream the Azu. I have the Azu as Perish for some reason, but I think it's probably just huge power at this point. Like a standard huge power set. I think I go Tyranitar. I Airstream with Selly, I think. And then Tyranitar's faster than these Pokemon. I think the only way I get punished is if Zapdos Airstreams the Tyranitar slot. Oh, I guess the problem is Aqua Jet is also going to knock out the Tyranitar at this potential position. Azu's actually tough. Azu's actually tough. All right, Tyranitar in. I mean, I have to. I could Dynamax Tyranitar, but is that worth it? If they max Lightning Sally, it's just bad. Do I Rockfall to Zapdos? I don't want to Rockfall to Zapdos because what if it's No, they should Aqua Jet. Yeah, I think they should Aqua Jet. I gotta go for the KO on the Zapdos. That's tough. That's such a tough turn to. This is such a tough turn to call. The reason it's a tough turn to call is because I don't know what the Azu's doing here. I think Aqua Jet's more likely into the Tyranitar. But what if the off chance you have Belly Drum and you go for it? That's what I'm really scared about. But not much I can really do. I have to protect here, I think. Or maybe I could have afforded to just go for the Rock Slide. I guess Rock Slide would have been like not terrible, I guess. But keeping the spread is nice. Okay, they did Aqua Jet. I'm assuming Max Lightning into Selly, just very safe. Yep, very safe mid ground. This should do probably so much. Is that crit? Oh, I bet it's Landorus in the back, and this was a winnable game. Now it was an unwinnable game. Because I have no HP to work with, unfortunately. So I knock out the Zapdos. But I don't have any resources, unfortunately, left to deal with it. Or deal with the upcoming onslaught here. Because this should be a Landorus. And then I can't do anything. Oh, it's Urshifu. Huh. Actually, I might still lost. I don't know if Wicked Blow would have KO'd. Actually, I don't think Wicked Blow would have KO'd, but I guess it's Wicked Blow and an Aqua Jet. It also really depends on the Urshifu item, and I don't get to find out, unfortunately, what the Urshifu item is. Did we see a Sash on any previous Pokemon? No, so I have no idea what item it is. I'd actually assume it's Banded though on Urshifu. I think Focus Sash would be on Gengar, so I think it's like very likely I would have lost anyway. Interesting sucker there. I don't know why they suckered. I mean, it doesn't change anything, but I just don't know why they suckered. Quick Claw? Aqua Jet. Did this KO? Okay, that did KO. Because if it didn't KO, what I could have done was Rock Slide, a Steel Spike, the Azu slot, or Airstream the Azu slot the previous turn. So yeah, I'm not exactly too sure what I would really do there. I guess a big misplay, I guess. Not going for the Rock Slide immediately. Like if I just went for a Rock Slide instead of close combat, I was in a phenomenal spot, right? Because my opponent let Zapdos decide to double T-Bolt They risked the Zapdos turn 1, and I would have gotten a lot of damage into the Porygon. Assuming I hit, I would have been able to KO the Zapdos. I would have been in a phenomenal spot because I could have Dynamaxed the Lycanroc next turn, and I wouldn't have had the defense drop. So I think Aqua Jet would still knocked out Lycanroc, but I would have been able to Dynamax Lycanroc to avoid it afterward, and I would have been in a pretty solid position, I think. So I guess turn 1 I should have went for Rock Slide, but now I know the close combat calc. I wasn't sure about close combat. I was like, if +2 close combat could knock out the Porygon, I'd be in a very solid spot. So I think that one was another turn 1 game where it just was a misplay there on that turn 1, and yeah, not much I could really do there afterward. But yeah, I think Rock Slide was better play turn 1. I think Flip Turn was fine. Yeah, I think Flip Turn was fine. And also if the Zapdos Dynamax, I got a huge amount of damage with Rock Slide off anyway, so I think that would have been worth it. And I would have been able to go Tyranitar and not have this defense drops, and maybe I live Max Lightning. I don't know if I live Max Lightning with the sand available on Lycanroc after Flip Turn. I feel like it'd be unlikely. But yeah, should have just Rock Slide turn 1. Afterward, it kind of like snowballed down there. I don't know. I don't think Targeting Azu was the play. I think the only way Targeting Azu is to play there is if I guarantee that Airstream knocks out the Azu the turn I went for the Meteor Beam in the Celesteela or the Rock Fall in the Celesteela. But I don't think it does, because Azu is a decently bulky Pokemon. The Celesteela is not exactly the strongest special attacker in the world. But yeah, Gabu 2. I don't know if that means anything bad. We got Entei, Rotom-Mow, Togekiss, Landorus, Rillaboom, and the Stakataka. Now, this is a pretty scary matchup. I do kind of like Lycanroc Milotic. I really do. I actually think Tyranitar's not great in this matchup, so I'm not going to bring it this time. I think I bring Rotom Cut. It's really good against my opponent's team, actually, barring the Entei. And I think I bring the Celesteela in the back because Celesteela is a pretty good switch into Rillaboom, Landorus, as well as the Stakataka. I think the main point of this game, try to knock out Entei as quick as possible if I can. If they lead Rillaboom, Stakataka, it gets a bit tricky. I get double switch though, so I feel like it's fine. I feel like with the other potential leads though, if I lead, for instance, Rotom Celesteela predicting that Rillaboom Stakataka lead, I'm on the back foot if they lead like Entei, and I could get Sacred Fire Burn, which I think would not be ideal. So yeah, I'd rather just go with this lead and risk the Rillaboom Stakataka lead, which I do think is very probable. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to see it, but let's see what my opponent decides to go here though. I think I'm okay with that lead. It could be Togekiss Stakataka too. I think that'd be fair as well. Let's see. Gonna be Rillaboom and Stakataka. Yeah, maybe I could have went more aggressive because I had a feeling that this was the kind of lead that they would go for. But you know what are you gonna do? Now the question is, I have no idea what they do here, because I do have close combat threatening the Stakataka, but they might not know that, but they might be worried about Quake. Not exactly too sure what's gonna come out here. I think I just go Selly and I go into Rotom. I think it's just a very safe mid ground. Like these Pokemon are pretty good here, so I'm okay with going for this. Next turn though is gonna be tricky because I don't know what Stakataka set this is, and Dynamaxing Stakataka is a very scary spot here. But yeah, double retreat here into Selly and a Rotom Cut into the Selly here. It's just fake out. I guess they were like, yeah, I had safe switch-ins, which I think is fair. They basically risked Milo attacking, but I think that's a very fair play because Milo would have been destroyed by Aggressive Glide, and I think Milo's way too valuable here. All right, this is an interesting position now because their best Trick Room Pokemon's out. I definitely go for Wisp here. I think I go for Air Slash here. I think Flamethrower is not really that great here. I think Air Slash hits the most that I want to hit. And I definitely want to try to burn Stakataka because Stakataka is a bit of a pain. I could Flash Cannon here if I predict Kiss. I don't think you would go Rotom Wash. I don't know. The Rillaboom's in an awkward spot, but stays in, which I like to see. A Dynamax comes out, so this is probably Stakataka. Now, I didn't Dynamax here because I wasn't sure the Stakataka would Dynamax here. It does make sense, though. I'm hoping that I live... Oh, this could be Aggressive Glide in a Rockfall, actually. Well, I think it depends on the item with Stakataka. Let's find out. Let's find out if Rotom's bulky enough. Rockfall comes out. All right. Into the Rotom. Should live. Yeah, I do live. I merely use Sitrus. Is it U-turn Rila? Could be U-turn Rila. This could be bad. All right, let's find out. I really would appreciate a burn here. Okay, just knock off. I'm completely okay with that. Into Selly, that's fine. I don't think myself was playing too much here. Just hit the Willow, please, Rotom. I need the Willow hit. Ooh, very good damage on the Rillaboom. And we hit the Willow. Let's go, Rotom. Okay, that's a very good Willow hit. That's a phenomenal Willow hit. Okay. I should keep Rotom healthy. I should keep Rotom healthy, right? Yeah. I keep Rotom healthy because of the fact that I do need it for the Wash Rotom. Because it is my best answer to Wash Rotom. So I'm going to Flash Cannon the Rillaboom. Flamethrower. Flash Cannon good here. Again, they don't exactly... I think Flash Cannon is fine. I think this is a position where I don't want to miss here. If I can not get a Beast Boost off. I think I go Milo here for sure. Because I don't need health on Milotic at all. Oops, I almost switched it for the wrong slot. Okay. Flash Cannon and swap here. Because I want to keep this healthy for sure. We're going to see the Rillaboom switch. No surprise. Let's see what comes out. Rotom. Okay, that's fine. Ah, Leaf Storm would have been great there. Oh well. So here comes Milotic. I don't have Marowak. Here comes Rockfall again. This is going to be into Milo probably. Yep. It'll take it decently well though. And we get a Flash Cannon off for some chip into the Rotom. Okay. Not exactly a favorable position, but a doable position for sure. Okay. I live one Rockfall with the Milo. I think I can flip turn out of this situation. I think I definitely... Did they get a double? No, they definitely can't get a double knockout this turn. What I want to do here is the question. I do have Dynamax available. I just don't know who I want to use it on yet, though. I think... Okay, this is... There's 2 turns of Trick Room left. I think I get some chip in the Stacka to guarantee to put it in range of like close combat or something. And I flip turn the Rotom Wash because I definitely want to reposition here if they let me. Quake gonna come out, which is fine. It's a little bit annoying because it does specifically... Let's see. Did they Thunderbolt here? I feel like Nasty Plot's a potential play here. Or Hydro Pump in case they do read the Marowak. Flash Cannon to Stacka. Alright, interesting to note the Rotom's fast. Here comes a Thunderbolt. Okay, it's into Selly though. I'll live. Or not. I don't. Okay. I thought I would live that. That's very unfortunate right there. So, okay, flip turn to Rotom here. I go Lycanroc, I think. I guess this isn't all bad actually. No, this isn't all bad. I'll go Rotom this upcoming turn. And I'll Nasty Plot and Protect, I think. Do I want to rely on all my... Do I want to rely everything on Lycanroc? I feel like I have to. I'm willing to go for it, I think. I'm going to go Rotom. Because I'm not sure if they can actually knock out my Rotom in this position. Although they could... I guess it could be back in Arela. If I was them, I would go back to Rila, right? I'm gonna Wisp here. I'm gonna Wisp and Knuckle, I think. Okay, the reason I don't want to just go straight for the Leaf Storm is because A, I don't know if they're doubling in. Because I feel like double Protect could be really obvious because they only know I have Willow. They don't know I have Plot here. So I could see them going to Rila for the Fake Out. To guarantee trick him up the next turn. I think I'm gonna go for the Knuckle. Okay. Show me the Rila. Landorus. Okay, that works too. I mean, that's not terrible for me at all. It depends on what the stack attack goes for here though. But I guess if it activates Policy, I'm okay with that too, right? I don't think there's a move that knocks out Rotom in this position either. Yeah, I'm okay with this spot. The only problem is that Rila is actually a big pain to handle because I never burned it. Although I did chip it a lot. Actually, wait, I did chip it a lot. I guess I could have just went for a Leaf Storm then. So, but the Willow ends up working because Landorus gets caught. Okay, that works out, I guess. I don't know. Gyro Ball comes out, which is fine. That still does a ton of damage. Jeez. That still does a ton of damage. Able to boost up though. Here comes a Willow into the lander slot. Okay. And a Knuckle into the Lycanroc. Oh my goodness, that actually KO'd. Which is probably worse for me that it KO'd, realistically. Yeah, that's actually a worse spot. I thought Stack Attack would have lived, but I guess because there was no Steel Spike boost that it got, yeah. Ugh, that's not actually pleasant because Rillaboom's gonna come in and the grassy terrain just ended, which is the perfect timing for it. Now I'm gonna have to make a read specifically from the Rillaboom. I think I have to double Rillaboom too. Actually, no, this is doable. Actually, no, yeah, I just double Rillabooms this turn. Because if they grassy glide, as long as Landers doesn't flinch to Rotom, I get the KO on Rillaboom, and it should be doable with Scarf Milo in the back. Yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah, it should be doable for sure. They might even go on aggressive read and fake out the Rotom, which in that case, I think Lycanroc just lives a turn anyway. They go for the glide. That's fine. Okay, nothing super unlucky here against my Rotom, and we should be good here. We should be good here. Please, nothing dumb here. Nothing dumb. Please, nothing dumb. Oh, it's life for Blando. I Thunderbolt Rila. Thunderbolt knocks it out. Scarf Ice Beam knocks out the Lando. The Rotom's chipped. As long as I hit Leaf Storm, I pretty much win. It depends on how fast the Rotom is, I guess. But we don't even get to find out, I guess. Oh. Sad. Very sad day. What am I supposed to do? Hope they predict ally switch. I guess that's my play. Hope they predict ally switch and Rotom survives. It's the only thing I can do. Nah, they don't. Man, Lycanroc actually did well. Yeah, I was in a fine spot now that I thought about it. Oh, insult to injury. Insult to injury. My lord. That is good games. Well, more like a good game of Pokemon, you know what I mean? But yeah, unfortunately, that is how we're gonna fall. Lycanroc actually was doing well. It was. Unfortunately, Rotom couldn't really carry the team, although it was really fun to use Rotom again. I thought Rotom actually impressed me because like Rotom Cut isn't really used that much over like Rillaboom or Cortana or Amoonguss even, but Rotom Cut's actually been a fun Pokemon. I want to use it again because it's been a while. I did bring Rotom Cuts, I think in like series 1 or 2 to Dallas. I don't remember which. I think it was series 1, but it was a fun Pokemon to use. I think Rotom Cut actually has like more potential than people give it credit for. It's actually a pretty good grass type, and I definitely had fun with it. It was definitely useful against like Rotom Wash's Tapu Finis, and yeah, it pretty much did the job I really want to do. Will-O-Wisp was also a very nice set to have as well on it. That game, again, could have been one for sure. Again, it would have came down to my Rotom versus their Rotom. Who's faster with our Rotoms? And does Leaf Storm hit? Because I think we did damage to Rotom Wash prior. Yeah, we definitely did damage to Rotom Wash prior. So it should definitely always go down the Leaf Storm. So yeah, basically, I mean, unfortunately, we had to do that. I don't know if there were any plays that I guess I could have played around it. I mean, I predicted the Rillaboom, right? I predicted the Rillaboom. I mean, the burn was really good for me, not gonna lie. That Will-O-Wisp play was really good for me. Maybe I would have Thunderbolt in that position because I completely forgot I got the Rillaboom low with Selly earlier with the air slash. I don't know if I would have Willowed again. I probably would have Thunderbolted, which would have been a worse spot, but I mean, it ended up working out. So I think that's the only play I would have probably like realistically changed, which would have probably put me in a worse spot, ironically. So yeah, dang Rotom, he had to flinch. And that is gonna be the end of today's video. Not exactly how I want to finish off the Lycanroc team. Lycanroc did work. I think the team put in a lot of work. Rotom Cut was a very big pleasure. Unfortunately, failed us toward the end. It was a really good grass type, though. It actually did put in a ton of work. I was very impressed by it. And yeah, it was pretty solid. I actually really did enjoy the team a lot. I did play some games here and there, and it was just a really fun team to use. The Lycanroc put in a ton of work. Scarf Milotic was pretty fun. The Rotom cut, and Celesteela with Marowak was a fantastic pairing as well. Taunt Tyranitar was also really fun to mess around with as well. But yeah, if you do want to try out the team, make sure you grab it. You have 2 weeks to grab it with that rental code there. But otherwise, there is a pay spin down below. If you did try out the team, let me know in the comments down below what you thought about the team, and let me know about the games as well that we played today. But otherwise, yeah, that is going to be it. Have a great day, people, and until we battle again, I'll see y'all later.